then it's like, well, it's in a blind trust, so I don't have control over it. This stuff happened, and I was able to attend it. I didn't know. Okay, first of all, it's a bunch of hogwash. If you didn't attend the meeting, you still got briefed or notes on the meeting. Anybody who's been part of a committee, there's committee notes. I assume the senator was sick and ill or whatever was there. Bottom line is this: it looks bad. I don't care right now if she had a hand in or a purposeful hand or not. It is really, really close. And of course there's two sides to every story. But Dianne Feinstein's legislative record has been of a barrier to any type of progress for working people, except when most of the majority of her party has been for it. But she has been a conservative Democrat for a long time. And here's another thing. Why do we have Democratic legislators who are all millionaires owning stock being able to be in a position to influence these policies? I've never quite understood that. But somebody will say, well, Toby, that's the way the world is. That's the way the world is. I get that a lot. That's the way the world is. Yeah, well, the world sucks. And it's you know what? The world also said that, when something happens, when a crisis happens, that we're able to rally together and to go fix that. And right now, I'm not seeing any of that. What I'm seeing is 4 senators who had access to the information. That's the part that Feinstein, in what I consider, and I'm going after Feinstein hard, because Feinstein, I saw her act with the Sunrise Movement. I've seen her act over these many years, and some of her political choices, we'll call that kindly. I don't trust Dianne Feinstein as a person. I never have, and she's a Democrat, and I vote Democrat. I've been a consistent Democrat for years. So when I say this, that's just because when I see what had happened here, when I saw what she allegedly did, I tried to give both sides. And by the way, all of them are going to have similar sides. I was in a blind trust. I didn't know. Does anybody buy this hogwash? What does a senator do all day long? Or a legislator? They're on the phone all day long. And they have people who are aides who are helping them organize their day. But do I believe for a second that when they got this news that they didn't run out and make things tidy for themselves? Of course I don't believe that. I believe that they ran out and made those calls. Now, do I believe that we'll be able to prove it? No. And in Dianne Feinstein's case, she's like, well, I was in a blind trust. This just all happened magically. Right before it, boy, I was economically sheltered. Wow, that is some astute moves. I mean, whoever is her stock people that's in that blind trust, they should be running the government as far as I'm concerned. Or maybe they already are, don't know. But boy, that was some really, really good moves on Dianne Feinstein's part. And I got a lot of anger about this. Because here's the deal. A lot of people's pension took it in the shorts. A lot of retirees aren't going to be able to retire. A lot of 20-somethings and 30-somethings and 40-somethings who are like, look, I'm putting my money in there and it's going to grow. And boy, over the last few years, I've just been seeing these statements come in and they're growing. And boy, I'm going to be able to retire in luxury. All that, boom, poof. It's all gone, kids. It's all gone. God, thanks for coming. So I just want to be very, very, very clear and blunt about this whole situation to each of you listening tonight. We're going to need far more than the $1 trillion plan that we need if we're going down a road of unlimited home sequestering and the police state getting more and more present. Because they're going to have to enforce it. How do you enforce shelter in place? What are you going to do? Ticket people? Are you going to arrest them? How long are they going to be in jail? We are in unknown territory here. And when you have the type of leadership that Dianne Feinstein just showed, and these 4 senators, they should all resign. They should all resign. All of them are wealthy enough. Step away from leadership. And I don't care, blind trust, it looks bad, it smells bad. And I'm not for vigilante justice. I think everybody should have a chance to clear their name. But heaven help me, this can't be happening. And I'm not in the mood to play inspector. Because I know what these things are. They were on a committee. They saw the notes. And it's offensive to me that Dianne Feinstein's going to say, oh, I wasn't even at that meeting. Well, you saw the notes. Stop it. Stop it. Don't play us for stupid. Now, I don't know whether your finances are in blind trust. I don't care about her finances. But you gotta be kidding me that you didn't know. Anyone who's ever been on a committee or done any type of committee work, for those of you who don't know how it works like this. When you're on a committee, they brief you with information. they will say, here are the notes from our January 24th meeting. Here's what was talked about. Here's what we did. Here was the action items out of the committee. And here's when we are going to be meeting again, or we've concluded our work. That didn't happen here. Did not happen. So I finished this to say that I'm very upset about it. I finished this to say that we need leadership in there that's going to transform this country. And I know Bernie Sanders lost. By the way, has anyone seen Joe Biden? At the time of this recording, Joe Biden hasn't been heard from in days. In days. We haven't heard from Joe Biden. Haven't heard a darn thing from him. And it's a big problem. He had a town hall that was a fiasco a few days ago, couldn't get the equipment to work right, and now he hasn't been. Meanwhile, Bernie Sanders, who's going to lose, he's going to lose the campaign. Bernie Sanders has been all over the place and doing a great job talking to people and fighting hard. He's done a great job. Donald Trump's approval ratings went up 12, 14 points. He's probably going to win in November just based on the coronavirus unless something radical changes. Because he's out there saying, look, give people money. He's addressing people's core concerns. You don't see Trumpvilles showing up, people on tents saying, hey, we're here because Donald Trump won't care about it. He jumped on it. He did essentially what you'd want a leader to do. So we got big problems, though, nevertheless, and that's not me speaking glowingly of Trump, by the way. Trump needs to be held accountable for the fact that he's putting out racist propaganda towards China. He needs to be held accountable for that. But regardless of that piece, that notwithstanding, he is saying what a lot of people need to be hearing in terms of their direct needs, which is, hey, we're going to print money and give them that check. So we got problems, folks, and it's exposing a deep level of rot in our country. And that problem, I don't have any answers for you. I think unions need to come back, but I don't have any answers tonight. But that's the issue. The issue is that we've got a crisis, and the crisis is very simple. What we need to do in our country, everybody should know it. We need to get more tests. You should be able to. There should be every street corner right now in America. There should be a coronavirus tent popped up with people being able to get their tests done and go. You should be able to drive up, get a test done. South Korea's doing it. Every country's doing it. We don't have it. Why? Because we've got a patchwork, greedy, corrupt healthcare system that kills people. That's why. So I'm going to finish the podcast up, and thank you for listening. I would like to have a lighter podcast, but folks, in the 7 days that I've done this, I'm at the halfway point. It's not looking good. It's not getting any better than it did 7 days ago, and that legitimately scares me.